Hey everyone, welcome to Quarter Mile Farm. It is still a cold day out here. We've had some colder weather again since the last time we talked. Got down into the teens at night and into the 20s, maybe the 30s during the day. Today it's gotten a little bit warmer than it has for a little while, so I'm actually out here in the greenhouse where I can sit out here and not be frigidly cold. I was checking on my seedlings and stuff and thought you guys might like to see how things are going. You know, what grew, if anything grew. But I also thought I'd do an unboxing of sorts. It's not a box, but a package opening from my seed order from Baker Creek. So I thought out here in the greenhouse would be a nice place to do it. Quieter than inside the house where I have two sick boys and another one doing schoolwork. So getting some solitude out here in the greenhouse. So, what is that? Oh, I think this was something special where if you ordered by a certain time, you could get a certain something special in addition to your order, which I had forgotten about. Look at that, a cool little bag here. The best of them all, Ruby Queen Beet, outstanding flavor. Nice little bag, I like that. I'll hold my, I'll put my seeds in there. How's that? There we go. Okay. Forgot all about that. That's one reason why I made the order when I did. Okay. So I ordered a bunch of seeds that I had planted last year, and then I ordered some newer ones as well to try out. So let's just kind of go through these. It's just random, whatever is on top of the pile here. So here is one that I grew last year, and I've grown it in years past, or at least one time before. Rouge Vie D'étampes is French. I really liked this. I had three main ones that grew last year. One was 39 pounds and another one was 29 pounds. So they were some nice big squash. Unfortunately, they froze in my garage when we had our cold snap of down into the single digits. All of my squash that we had left over froze in the garage. So obviously the garage is not a good place to keep the squash during winter. And I will remember that for the future. But so anyway, I really liked these. We were out of seeds, so I got some more to plant again this year. We are planting squash again this year. We felt that we had good success with the squash last year when a lot of people around the valley had problems with the pests, the squash bugs. We had them too, but fortunately they came later for us or something. We were actually able to produce a crop before they hit, and a lot of people had their crops decimated and weren't able to produce any squash. So anyway, we felt it was a success, so we're going to be planting squash again to sell this year. This is a new one that I'll be trying, the Moranga. It's a Brazilian squash. Can weigh 4 to 8 pounds. It's ribbed light pink to salmon in color. So that'll be fun to try. Okay, this is one maybe for my husband. He did a seed opening himself in a podcast, I think. I don't know if he did a video. If he did, I'll try to link it below, because he did his own unboxing of the seeds, the flowers that he's going to be planting out in the pasture where we laid out the plastic in one of our previous videos. So maybe you can head over there and watch it if it's a video, or it might be a podcast. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, this was also for him, and it's the chocolate cherry sunflower. So it's a really nice burgundy colored sunflower. All right, here's another squash, and I've grown this one before. In fact, I grew some last year and had quite a few on the vines, but none of them ripened to the peachy color that are, I don't know, I've grown it before and it developed into this nice peachy colored squash. But apparently you can eat it while it's young as well. And I didn't realize that because I had a whole bunch of green ones at the end of fall. And they all rotted as well, but they're from Southwest China, the Yushi, I'm gonna say it, this is how I looked it up online to have it be said, don't know if I'm saying it right, Yushi Yengbingua. So it's nutty, buttery flavor as a summer squash, or you can leave it to be a 3 to 8 pound fruit with a sweet, deep orange flesh. And I have a phone call, so just a moment. Okay, not worth answering. Okay, I'm back. It was a spam call. I was hoping it was Doug and Stacy telling me I'd won their truck, but you know, haven't gotten a phone call from them yet. Okay, this one I really enjoyed growing, the New England Sugar Pie. That's one of my favorite pie pumpkins to grow. It's a nice size and a good flavor. So I'm out of seeds for that, so I've got some more to plant. This was a popular one for selling as well. I also grew this one last year. This is the Winter Luxury Pie. This one is a good tasting pie pumpkin, and it's also a thicker, it has thicker flesh than the New England Sugar Pie. So, you know, you get a 6 pound fruit, and a lot of it is flesh instead of like seeds in the middle. So this was a good one to grow, and it had this picture doesn't show it very well, but it had a kind of a netting, you know, a raised netting texture on it. So that was kind of cool. Adds great for decorating purposes. Okay, here's another squash that I haven't grown before. It's a Boston Marrow. First documented in 1831 by Fearing Burr, the author of Field and Garden Vegetables of America. There's a 15 pound fruit, Hubbard shaped, and it's brilliant red orange, and it's got dry, fine grain texture, unsurpassed for sweetness. So we'll see what that one's like. Here is a tomato. I don't remember picking this one, but it doesn't say it's their free seed. Huh. I'm just looking on my receipt here. Yeah, I don't think this is one that I picked because I wasn't really buying too many tomatoes. So this must have been one of the free seeds that we got. This is the Black Beauty tomato. So, world's darkest tomato. So dark that some tomatoes turn solid black blue on the skin. Okay, might give those a try this year. All right, Jack Be Little. These are the really tiny ones. And I grew white ones last year, and they were really popular. Sold out of those, and so I wanted to get more of the white ones. I can't remember if I got white ones, but I decided to get also the little tiny orange ones to have those as well, because people really seem to like the little tiny ones. And I didn't realize it. I thought they were just for decorating, but you can also eat these. So there you go. Okay, cucumber, Boston pickling. Really enjoyed the Boston pickling cucumbers that I grew last year. So we're going to be doing these again. So report on the cucumber pickles, the pickling cucumbers that I grew. I grew like 3 varieties last year, plus lemon cucumbers and some dill. And we did pretty good selling. I mostly sold in bulk for people who wanted to can a lot of pickles. And it went pretty well, and I think I'll do even better this year. I'm definitely going to be growing pickling cucumbers again, because again, there weren't very many other farmers in the area that were growing pickling cucumbers. So, this one is a free seed. Japanese wasabi. Yeah, my area isn't really good for growing wasabi, but we'll give it a try, I guess. 60 days to maturity. Japanese daikon radish. Has intensely pungent, spicy flavor, perfect for lovers of wasabi. So maybe it's not actual, oh, it's a radish Japanese wasabi. Not actual wasabi. Okay, that's better. Still, my family's not big on radishes. Okay. Along with the theme of squash, we're gonna take it to another vining plant that's not really edible. Maybe they are, I don't know, but we're gonna go with some gourds too. So this is the African drum gourd. They take 90 to 140 days to get to maturity, but these get really big, and they can be 2 feet across and 18 to 24 inches. Thick-walled, and it can be dried and made into musical instruments. So I thought that would be really cool to grow some of those and see what kind of crafty things we can do or sell them to other crafters. Okay, back to a squash. I wanted to try this Jarradale, popular in Australia. And this has been pretty popular. I've heard a lot of people planting this, that it's a good high quality squash to grow. Okay, I had lots of butternut squash on my vines last year, and I had a lot of people interested in buying butternut. In fact, I think with the exception of 3 or 4, I sold all of the butternut that I planted or that I grew. There's a lot of interest in that. So I got it to grow again. And I also got, I had some people asking about the blue Hubbard squash. I didn't grow any last year, but I'm always intrigued by this. I love the name, probably because of Old Mother Hubbard. Yeah. So anyway, take back to your childhood there. So yeah, somebody asked me if I had this. I didn't, but I'm gonna grow it this year, and it can be 15 to 40 pounds. Great for baking pies and soup. So we're gonna grow that this year. And then this one looked really cool. Marina di Chioggia. I don't know. How many times can I say it? It's an heirloom sea pumpkin of Chioggia on the coast of Italy. Large, deep blue-green turbans, yellow-orange flesh that's sweet for pies or baking. So I thought, I love that. If people aren't going to eat it, it would be good for decorating, but I really like to try to grow food that's more for eating, with the exception of things like the gourds, but that's more for crafting and stuff, and making, making dishes or utensils, so still useful for a homestead, right? And, okay, so my husband, Brent, he wanted to grow just the biggest pumpkin that he could, and so I told him I'd find some seeds for that, so that's what I got this for. This is the Big Max. These pumpkins can grow up to or beyond 100 pounds. So we're gonna grow these more just kind of like a fun, come to the farm and see the huge pumpkins type of thing. I don't know if we'll actually find anybody that wants to buy them this big, but we'll see. We'll see. So anyway, I got these to grow for Brent for the huge pumpkins. Honey nut squash, I grew these last year. The plants were prolific, and I had a lot of people interested in buying these. I had a deal on them where I think they were $1 a piece or something like that, and I had people buying a dozen at a time. So these were really popular, and definitely growing these again this year. I am trying the Dar cucumber this year. Polish variety, good for slicing or pickling. Bush plants with a downy mildew resistance. Attractive, brightly striped exterior. So bought that to grow for pickling cucumbers. And then I had planted dill last year, elephant and bouquet, and I bought those to plant again. Hopefully, actually, some of the, we left the remains at the end of fall out in the garden, and so I'm hoping that we'll just get a bunch of seedlings that pop up. But I had a lot of people buying dill from me because it was hard to find in the valley. I had a lot more that I could have sold though. I just wasn't on the ball with just getting it listed for people to know that we had it. So we'll definitely be on the ball this year and be selling it more with our pickling cucumbers. Gonna try another pickling cucumber, the Parisian pickling cucumber. This is an old French gherkin, so this is going to be like the really tiny, tiny pickles. So that's why I got those, because I had a lot of people interested in more of the smaller cucumbers. I picked them from, 2 to 3 inches all the way up. I even use the 6 or 7 inch ones. With those, I make spears out of them, and you can also do like sliced pickles that way as well. So, sorry, I'm just looking at this is my other free free one. I don't know where that tomato one came from. Maybe it got put in by mistake. I don't know, because this is my other free seed, St. Valerie carrot, an old French variety, 10 to 12 inch roots. So I can't get the hang of growing carrots, but I'm gonna do it. One of these days I'm gonna get it done. And actually I was thinking I might get some going now in here if I have room in this raised bed, just to see if starting earlier in the year, because I know they do better like in the cooler season, so either plant it for like in the springtime to be done in early summer, or start in August and then have them for fall harvest. Put them in August for fall harvest, yeah. I don't know, our summers are really hot here, so I haven't had much luck growing carrots here. So we'll see. Anyway, that's all from Baker Creek. I am getting a little chilly out here in the greenhouse now. The sun is going away. It was nice and warm while the sun was out, but it's starting to get cold. But I do have some more seed openings to do with you, so I will be back later to do those with you. We will see you next time. Bye.